Alright YouTube, welcome back to another theory video on Dragon's Race to the Edge, or How to Train Your Dragon franchise, whatever you want to call it. But today's theory is going to kind of tie into the theory with the prehistoric bewilderbeast. So now I'm going to try to explain this the best way I can, what the Sentinels are for. Now, we think they're nice dragons. They try to keep the sick dragons on the island. They try to feed them, make their last few days or weeks good for them. But in reality, there could be a darker twist. Now, this dragon pretty much counter every other dragon except for Night Furies, maybe Light Furies, and, you know, pretty much anything else. Maybe not a Screaming Death or a Red Death or a Bewilderbeast itself, but these things can counter a lot of different types of dragons. So I think there's a purpose for it. Now, with the Red Death, we're going to the Red Death now. So the Red Death used the other dragons to bring it food. It used fear to control them. So a prehistoric version of a Bewilderbeast could probably control these things as ancestors. Or these things. Wow, I sound really ghetto right now. But the ancestors of these things probably could have been controlled by a prehistoric variation of a Bewilderbeast for herding food back towards them. Now, I'm kind of assuming this. I was thinking it over. Now, this video is supposed to be made like a month or two ago. But it would make a lot of sense. These things are pretty decent-sized dragons. They're bigger than a Nightmare, a Zippleback, the Night Fury, a Natter, or a Gronkle. So it makes sense that they're strong enough to pretty much hold whatever they want there. They're kind of not... They wouldn't look yummy to a Bewilderbeast. I mean, a prehistoric Bewilderbeast, in my mind, would be more carnivorous by the way the teeth looked on Vanaheim from the giant skeleton. So I'm assuming... possibly these things could have been a lot bigger. We do know an evolution, like a T-Rex or whatever, goes down to the size of a chicken. Same thing with most crocodilians. You got Sarcosuchus, goes down to a saltwater crocodile. I'm not familiar with the crocodile evolution chain, but I'm kind of assuming it's like that. So possibly these guys could have gotten smaller, but in the current time of the show, they are really big still. So I'm thinking they were even bigger at one point, and the Bewilderbeast learned to use them as the Red Death used the other dragons to kind of herd in food and bring them food. Like, these things probably remain there after it died because that became their kind of line of home for maybe thousands of years. I mean, they obviously die. They don't sit there for thousands of years, but they reproduced there. And possibly when the Bewilderbeast was away, they could have been hurdling in the food and they wanted to keep it there. So those berries or apples or whatever the hell they're called, those, what are they, sage fruit? I don't know. I think that's on Defenders of the Wing Island. I don't know. Whatever the fruit is called, it basically calms down the dragon to where it's not worried, it don't want to sleep, it'll be fine with its death. Maybe they try to coax in older dragons because it'd be easier of a target, it'll be easier to take down, things like that. Or maybe they'll just bring in whatever they want, feed it the fruit, calm it down, and the thing comes in and eats them alive, or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe the Sentinels calm it down enough to the point where they kill it once it's sleeping and having good dreams, and they go right for the throat, and, you know. I'm just kidding, but, yeah, it's kind of my theory on this. Now, obviously, since the Bewilderbeast is dead, they're still there. Now, they probably have the instinct to kind of leave it there. I mean, now, in the show, they kind of say that these things eat the fruit, which, it would kind of make sense. It's a food source, but maybe they feed off of the fruit temporarily now, since the Bewilderbeast is gone. And now they feed off the corpses of the dead dragons, and that's why there's so many bones. That could be another possibility. And I'm kind of thinking these dragons here, what they're capable of, like, containing are pretty much Nightmares would have been a line of prey, Gronkles, Natters, Zipplebacks, Hobblegruns, Hopperples, things like that. Nothing like a Cavern Crasher. I can't see them containing a Cavern Crasher. They couldn't contain that, a Quaken, a Screaming Death, so there was limitations to it. I don't see them containing any kind of a title class dragon such as a Skuldrin or a Thunderdrum. Unless they're on land, then they probably would have an advantage on them and then corner them in, but besides the point, I think, yeah, they would pretty much stick with the land dragons and the smaller ones of them, so, yeah. Anything else I need to add to this? I don't know. No, I think that's about it. So, if you guys like this video, click like, subscribe, and please share it around because I'm trying to grow this channel. And I've noticed the last few videos I've done, the 3 videos have done very well, which I'm kind of happy about. So, yeah, see you guys later.